Yo.
Don't talk back to your mama podcast.
Okay, ready?
Let's go.
Yo, you ready?
Baby! Let's get it.
Yeah,
Okay. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1.
Welcome back to Don't Talk Back to Your Mama podcast. I am Latanya.
I'm Amari. I'm Tiara. So, y'all, what are the vibes for today? Are y'all having a good day so far? What's the tea?
I'm feeling good. Feeling amazing. I was just thinking about how blessed I am. So, I can't complain today.
Yeah.
I prayed to God and I did the work and I'm feeling good.
Yeah, absolutely. You guys know I'm still on this high coming off of last year, and all the work that I did, and just creating this new foundation for myself going into this new year is amazing. And my number one focus is self-care, taking care of myself. Did y'all see how I went to the spa? I did exactly what I said I was
You
going to
snuck to get a massage and
snuck
didn't
to the
tell
spa
us you were
and
going to
didn't
get a massage.
But I'm telling you, I think the reason she didn't tell us is because she didn't want us to come.
I just really wanted that first experience. I just wanted to be by myself.
And that's fine. You
pay
could have
for
just said
it.
that.
Girl, I
But it's
always
fine. You
think
could
to
have just
go.
said that instead of sneaking to the spot and us wondering where you was at.
Well, Tiara had some things going on because I was like, she don't need to go to the spa. She got to focus on her business and things she had going on.
That day. And then Mari had an attitude
And
all
then Mari
day.
had a whole attitude. I was like, you know what? They're not going to steal my peace. I love my children. I love y'all. But y'all was not going to take my peace from me that day. And I went to the spa by myself.
If I went to the spot, I probably would have had a better time. I probably wouldn't have had
That would have changed it.
Period.
But I did say, ask Christine. I said, Christine, I want you to schedule something once a month for me and my two daughters. That's real.
Yeah, and you know what I'm working on is like your first thought of the day changes the whole trajectory of your day. Like, if you wake up and your first thought is negative, 9 times out of 10 your day is gonna be negative.
And I keep telling you to stop taking them phone calls early in the morning. Like, the one thing about you that bothers me is that you run right into the gossip. You run right into the drama at the beginning of your day. And I pray that away for you. You got to stop that. Like, don't take them phone calls because it just changes the whole day. And then you're already hyped all day. Your mindset is thinking like that. So, how you start your day can pretty much dictate a possibility at least how you can try to end it.
Yeah, and it's like, but you don't think about it though. Like, the first people I talk to is like my best friend, my sisters. Like, but if their day is fucked up, my day probably gonna be fucked up.
And it pours into you. Who's that person you talk to?
I guess my first interaction of the day, definitely every day, will probably be Tiara.
That was a gift.
That's gonna be the first
that
person
was
that I
a-
talk to in the morning. Definitely.
Oh, because y'all roomies. Yeah.
But no, my phone's ringing before I even wake up. Maybe like 8 a.m.
Oh, nah, ain't nobody even calling.
Ain't nobody calling Mari phone. I won't even call Mari.
They know I'm never gonna answer the phone.
I text. I will not even call Mari. That's a joke.
Don't call me.
I respect her boundaries enough to know that's a waste of time to call her, and I don't even call her child. I don't know who calls she take first, but she don't really take calls first of the day.
But sometimes it's good. It's so weird. It's such a good and bad thing for me because sometimes my best friend Malaysia called me and she'll be in such good spirits.
Yeah.
But then at the same time, we unload on each other.
Yeah.
You get what I'm saying? So sometimes I have to call her and say, are you ready for me to vent? Are you ready for me to talk about things that are bothering me? Because she's probably the only person in the world that I feel like I can tell all my worries to.
Everything too.
Yeah, for sure.
Thank you for her, child. I really am thankful for y'all friendships.
Yeah.
Because I don't know what in the world. I'm just thankful. And then y'all have good friendships. I mean, some have gone, some, are still around, some are new, whatever that looks like. But I'm just thankful for that because, man, if you had to hold all that in,
Yeah.
you've been pretty fucked up.
And it's not like I can't unload on you and I can't unload on you. It's more so like, you're my mom and you take it on and you cry and like, I don't want to unload onto someone who's
Say that all the time,
that's gonna absorb it and be so, that will literally ruin your day sometimes if I tell you.
I do. I get too freaking emotional.
Yeah.
I gotta stop all these little marshmallows.
And y'all know not to really come to me because let me tell y'all tell me one wrong thing and I'm gonna hold a grudge for the rest of my life with this person because Lord behold, y'all probably gonna be back talking to this person probably gonna come back into y'all life when y'all y'all be venting and stuff. And I'ma hold the grudge, and I'ma be on your shoulder like, listen, don't forget this.
Yeah, for sure.
Mara definitely hold on to shit way more than everybody else. Because people be mad at me like, why aren't you still mad about it? It's over. And she's gonna do what she wants to do anyway. What the frick y'all want me to do? At the end of the day, my support is my children. Now, who they choose to unload and all that stuff with, that's like none of my business. Like, seriously.
And my problem is, like, I be really mad about some shit. I'm talking about, like, angry, ready to fight, punch a hole in the wall. And then an hour later, I'm like, but I love them and I understand. And I just feel so bad that I felt this way because I really only know 0 or 1,000. So it's like my 1,000 makes people, you know what I'm saying? I can really offend people and like, I don't know, it hurts my feelings to really hurt people's feelings to that way. Sometimes I wish I could just take it to 20 and then tell them how I feel or whatever. But yeah, so just to go into our little topic today because I was watching Love and Hip Hop Reunion.
I don't think I watched that. I actually don't watch any of that.
Oh, I'm a reality show junkie.
Mine not watching that shit reality.
Oh yeah, for sure. I watch all TV. I watch series, movies, or whatever.
Right.
So and then it's so crazy because I watch stuff and then I see it on social media play out.
Right.
So I watched Love and Hip Hop Reunion. The dude Fresher and Jen, they've been together for some shit, like years and years and years, right? But they haven't gotten married yet. So the reason they haven't gotten married is because she wants a $250,000 wedding, basically. And from how I took it was, she just wants an extravagant wedding. I don't know if she said $250,000. I don't know if those were the exact words.
But it's extravagant.
Extravagant. Isn't it extravagant?
Okay.
So, when it got to social media, the question on social media was, no, not the question, the comment was, she called her man broke because he can't afford a $250,000 wedding, which was never said on the actual show. Just to defend her a little bit, it was never actually said that she called him broke or felt any type of way. I think she was just saying, I've been with you for all of these years. You've been making all of this money. We should have been saving for the past couple of years for the wedding that I want. You know what I'm saying? Maybe she could have negotiated down to $150,000. Maybe she could have. I don't know what the conversation specifically was because honestly, that part was not on the show from what I saw. But yeah, it made me think about it a bit harder because I never wanted a big wedding. Like I can't even remember at any point in my life. I'm talking about 16, 21, anything. I never wanted an extravagant wedding. But your first wedding was super extravagant.
It was. I mean,
how much was that wedding?
Well, I know one thing. Just to do the Jefferson alone was about $20,000. And I remember Mark's dad, like, you know, it was what I wanted. And if I could afford it, have it, he still thought maybe it was a little, you know, he did think it was a little extra. As he would always say, I was extra.
But he knew what kind of person
But he knew what type of person he was with, so he didn't fight me on it. And then I could afford it. I mean, I had real coins in my bank. So.
Oh, and homegirl, I don't think she had any coins to add to the.
Well, I had coins, so I could kind of have what I wanted. I had like 12 bridesmaids, 14. I don't even know if I'm speaking to half of them now. But anyway, I don't even know if I'm speaking to half of them now. I'm probably still cool with everybody, but definitely not talk to them. But I just always had this fantasy that get married. If you're from Richmond, Virginia, I just always had this fantasy to get married at the Jefferson Hotel. I thought like there is nothing more elegant, over the top than being able to have your wedding at the Jefferson. And so getting married there and having all my bridesmaids, like I had so many bridesmaids. But yeah, it was definitely over the top, and definitely I spent some crazy money. Probably 40, 60, I can't even remember. It didn't even matter because it was my wedding.
Right.
And it was about the experience, it was about the day, and being able to have my dad walk me down the aisle. Like, that was like everything. So, yeah, it was definitely a memorable experience in my life. I'm probably never going to forget.
But if he said, like, no, I don't want to do that,
I still would have done it. That was not even.
No, I'm saying
that wasn't even an option. I would have still done it. So you know, yeah. So
you would have paid for it. You would have paid for the whole thing.
No, I wouldn't have paid for the whole wedding. Absolutely not.
So how would you have still did it if he said no? I don't want to do that.
I probably just would have figured it out. But I definitely think I still would have done it. And I think that I have such a strong. I'm persuasive. That it would have still got done. I really do believe that. I definitely was in a marriage where I felt like the person wanted to make me happy every day.
He was intentional.
He was intentional. I really do feel like that.
Yeah.
You know, I honestly do believe that. You know, I remember, and I hate to say this. Should I say this? Go ahead. The first ring he picked out for me, it was nice. But I asked him, could I have a bigger ring? I know.
You asked him if you could get a bigger
I
ring?
said, I don't think that's the ring I want. And he was like, of course, it was bothersome to him at first. Like, you're unappreciative, you're ungrateful. But then I think the reality hit. Okay, let me just make this woman happy. And I got a bigger ring.
Ma, I only remember one ring. Like,
I
where
know,
was I at?
And if he see this, he's probably going to get clowned. But, yeah.
It's not about being clowned.
He really took the ring back, and I had a jeweler, and we picked out my diamond first, not even the rest of the ring.
Yeah.
He took me, and I just picked out the diamond shape and the style and the clarity. He was the one that really taught me about clarity of diamonds.
Yeah.
And so, picking out, can't think of all it now, guys. I'm sorry, but yeah, we picked out my diamond cut and the size of my ring, and how many carats and the clarity of it first, and then I put the band together.
But I think that's being honest, and I like that transparency. He probably wasn't offended.
Yeah.
He was like, you know what, I spent this amount of money. It probably wasn't that much of a price difference.
It wasn't major.
Yeah, it was not like, you know what I'm saying? It's just
wasn't major.
what you like.
Yeah, and I just felt like that was like everything to me, that somebody cared about what was important to me.
Yeah.
And I do think that a woman should be a part of picking out her ring, or you need to have a strategy in regard to knowing exactly what she likes. Stop doing what you like, and you gotta do what she likes, and what she's gonna enjoy is something she's gonna want to really wear, and that was important to me. Girl, he did good.
Yes.
That he did.
Girl, my daddy was good in a lot of areas.
Yeah.
Like, just as far as like my earrings I used to get as a child, you know what I'm saying?
Yes.
It was just like, and even with dudes I date now, like I try to explain to him, like, I come from like a little bit of a luxurious background. I ain't never got everything handed to me, but at the same time, I know, you know what I'm saying? I know good things,
quality. You know what good
quality.
things look like, because you've always kind of had that, and so I think that's important. I don't know if, I think $250,000 sounds a little extravagant, but again, if you have $10 million, that's probably nothing. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
If you're a billionaire, that's probably nothing. But, I don't know for the average, I don't know what his money look like, but it sounds a little excessive, especially if you're not bringing anything to the table. And I always want something to the table.
Oh, yeah.
So it makes probably a bit difference of what somebody's able, to private. I think that's kind of a, I don't know.
$250,000 is a
I
lot
wonder if
of
he's
money.
gonna marry her.
But he even said, so in a little clip, he was like, we can spend $250,000 on some property. We can spend like, there's so many other things you just spend a $250,000
Now
$1
they're
billion of a dollar.
Nowadays, I see
And they
that.
have kids. They have kids.
Oh, wow. Yeah, I think that you have to kind of make that decision. I think for you guys, I don't care how much y'all say y'all wouldn't want a wedding, we have to have a wedding. Like, y'all have to understand that every mother, every father, they live for that day. And so, yeah, we would have to have a wedding. And I'm that mother that's like, whatever my child wants.
Yeah.
And she needs to have it. This is her special day. Now, if you said, I just want to know. Because I think it's important to share that experience with us. That's what we live for.
So definitely, personally, I want to get married eventually. Whatever. $250,000 is a lot of money. I don't think that I would want even anything close to that. Clearly, she must want like a very big wedding or something like that. But personally, I definitely think that when the time is right, I definitely want like a more personable wedding. I don't want all these people coming just because I want to impress all these people, and I want everybody to see this is what I got going on, this is what I can do, da-da-da. I don't think I want anything like that. I definitely just want it to be more personable. These are people that me and my husband communicate with on a normal, month, whatever basis. Not these people that we reach out to every 6 or so months.
Right.
These are people, no, I want it to be real personable. Of course, I want it a little elegant, but definitely $250,000 is a lot of money.
That's too much
on a
money.
wedding. And definitely, like you said, you can spend that on anything. That's a lot of money that you can really you can invest that into something else. Yeah. And at the end of the day, wedding is one day. You're going to have a lot of memories from that day, but it is one day that you use to show your love to somebody.
Yeah.
And of
It's wow.
Girl,
I must be a billionaire if I'm literally spending.
yeah, that's what I'm saying.
A billionaire.
The money dynamics got to look like totally different for you to be able to, you know, go out there and do that. And then, you know, is it that important to get married? Like, you know, I did it because I knew that it was important to my dad. My dad was the type of father, I wanted to make sure somebody's going to take care of you because I'm not going to always be here to do it. And so I wanted to fulfill the obligation of my dad. I wanted him to be happy. I wanted him to be, you know, his daughter, his baby girl is okay. But, you know, I'm at a point now in my life, like, I think marriage is important. If you're building and growing together and y'all are early on, yes. If y'all both ain't got shit and y'all want to build everything together, yeah, go ahead and get married. You know, because y'all can really build something together.
Yeah.
My age, I'm bringing what I got. You got what you got. It's not necessary. I'm not saying you shouldn't do it. I'm not saying I'm not going to ever get married. But I'm just saying for me now, the expectations is lower than what it was then. But for you guys, if y'all meet the man of your dreams or you with the man of your dreams, then I think that, yeah, get married, grow together, build together.
But I feel like it's almost like if it is the man of my dreams, I'm even more private. I'm even more holding that so near and dear to my heart that it may only be 20 people at my wedding. We might be 20 people in Belize or Bali or some shit.
Right,
and it's so personal to me. You get what I'm saying? Like anything I care about, I keep near and dear to me now. Because nowadays people don't put enough, you know, attention on that. Like, you know, everything is for show.
Yeah,
a wedding is for show right now. In 2023, Instagram and all this other bullshit, your wedding is like a circus. And that's not what I want for myself or my husband. If I care about you to that point where I'm really going to marry you and I will take on your restitution. Yeah.
Restitution? Oh, okay. All right.
Yeah, I'm taking it very...
Well, I watched The Housewives. So I was watching The Housewives of Potomac and Robin is saying nobody's going to be... Well, this is the second time they're getting married, though. But she's saying nobody's going to be at the wedding but her and him and the 2 kids. And I did think that was a little selfish. Like, you're not going to invite your parents. Girl, I'm going to go ahead and put a disclaimer out there right now. If y'all got married and I'm not there... I can't even explain
how you would feel.
Yeah. And so I don't know if it's because her mom is... I don't know what the situation, but I did think that was kind of strange a little bit to say. And she didn't invite her best friend from the show. What's her name? Or they real friends, but... Anyway, I ain't gonna get into that, but
you just never know people's personal things that they got going on. I feel like with them having a reality show, they can't talk about all the, you know, the negative. Like, you know, whatever argument she had with her parents. Shit, I might not invite my dad. But you would definitely be there. You would be part of the 20. But I'm just saying, I can feel that to where I just want this to be a very personal thing between me, my man, and my kids. Yeah. Especially your second time around. This means something different to all of us. Different.
This definitely would be something different the second time. And I wouldn't either, And I had already said, if I was to get married again, wouldn't nobody be standing up with me but my 2 kids. That's not even an option. My brother walked me down the aisle, of course, because that's like, that's my right to die. And I just could not be who I am without him. But, yeah, it would definitely look different if I decide to do it. But it's not a deal breaker for me, you know, to be honest. And I think one of the things that at this age and at any age, marriage is more than just, oh, I love you, my toes twinkle, my nipples get hard, oh, I love you. No, marriage is like a real partnership. Like, it's business.
Yeah.
And so you have to be able to see beyond the love, you know, right? Because when he broke, are you still gonna love her? If she broke, are you still gonna love her? If she lose her toes, are you still gonna love her? Like, marriage is real.
I need to Google it because I read somewhere.
If she what part?
No. The number one reason for divorce was finances.
I think the number one is finances and sex. I would say finances, sex.
Okay.
And what would be the third?
I'm gonna Google it real quick.
Finances. See what it says. Finances. I would say sex. Communication. Yeah, we don't know how to communicate. We don't know how to communicate for sure.
Who is we?
Just the culture sometimes. Just people in general.
Mara, you don't know how to communicate.
No, I know. I don't know how to communicate. I was just trying to figure out what.
Yeah, we don't. And a lot of times it's men. Men are sometimes to me not as open to communication because that's not the tools that they were given.
Okay, so infidelity
Oh,
and
the
then
cheating.
financing.
Yes.
Finances. So infidelity, then finances.
Okay, so not the lack of sex or the partner getting the lack of sex. So I need minutes to tone that on down a little bit because I was looking at what just came on BMF and the wife. Did you see her in the middle of the night? I don't know if y'all watched some episode, but I was thinking to myself.
Spoiler alert.
Yeah, so I'm so sorry, y'all, but she was just like, no, not tonight. And it's like, yes, I understand how she feel. Like, that's real as a woman. And she said it. She said sometimes it's hard being one person to everybody and everything. And sometimes she's just drained. She don't have anything else to give. And that was like real talk when I saw that. And she found all these magazines. He was watching of these nasty magazines. I guess to fulfill the void of what he wasn't getting at home.
And it's like, so this is another thing that, your generation didn't really have to deal with. It's like social media, right? So social media makes you believe that you have to be this sexual person to your man all the time. Like, my sister was about to make a post, but she didn't post it because she thought about it, right? It was like, maybe if y'all use y'all mouths more, y'all would be able to keep a man. You know what I'm saying? Like, and it's like,
what was she mean? Don't talk so much? No. Oh my.
Rated
maybe
R.
if you
Rated
use
R,
your mouth
Tanya,
more,
rated R.
you'll be able to keep a
Is that one
man.
of the moments y'all gotta explain to me?
Yeah, we're gonna explain later.
Offline. Okay.
But yeah, but even my sister was like, you know what? I ain't even gonna post it because I don't want to ever put women down and make other women think that keeps a man or
That
whatever.
does not
You know what I'm saying?
keep
It really doesn't. But social media really makes you think that, like, if you're not that person for your man all the time, a freaky girl or whatever.
No.
Yeah, fuck yeah.
It's not enough to keep a man. I am sorry, you're not gonna make me believe that. I don't think that's enough. And I don't think that all the time that's the number one thing that's most important to them. I think it's something that men want, but sometimes they want to feel needed. You said it earlier, right?
Yeah.
The men sometimes just want to feel needed and know they're the man. You know what I'm saying?
But back to BMF because I was thinking about BMF because it kind of was like weird to me, right?
What?
Because I'm just wondering if they daddy, Big Meech and Terry daddy really had money like that, like like he was that nigga, right? Would she have went so love?
I don't know. She was tired of being broke. I just think, I don't know. That's some tough shit.
That's tough shit. That's why we talking about the two main things, which is infidelity and finances.
And finances is real. Like, ooh, that's tough for real. Seriously.
That's hard.
And then you guys have it 10 times worse because y'all see all this stuff on social media. So, yeah, that makes it tough. And then it was funny because she would have got her sexy lingerie. It was just like,
She tried so hard. This man, did you see it, Mara?
I don't watch it.
you don't watch it.
Oh,
At
the
all?
man came in there. He was like, "Is that the lingerie you bought with our daughter's credit card?"
What?
Yes,
She
child.
went and bought the lingerie because they
Who's her
broke.
daughter? Oh,
She's
like
underage.
16. She's like 16.
something that. Yeah.
She opened up a credit card in her daughter's name.
Right.
oh wow.
And bought the lingerie in her daughter's name.
Oh wow.
part.
She
And-
opened up a credit card in her
That
daughter's
part.
name to go buy some lingerie.
For her husband that he wanted impressed with.
It was probably $26. Ain't no way she couldn't have paid that man.
Right? She had to
You
go
know,
put it on the credit card. Oh my
No,
god.
it's really not funny. Why are we laughing
It's
about this?
not funny.
It's really not
And
funny.
it's real. Like, for real.
Yeah, for sure.
And she definitely felt like she had to do something.
Yeah. But I'm telling you guys, so I was telling somebody this, the makeup girl one day when she was doing my makeup, and she was like, Miss Tanya, you gonna get married or whatever? And I was like, girl, let me tell you something. I'll pull a, what's her name, Yandy joint. I'll pull a Yandy on her. Yeah, walk down that aisle, do everything, but we ain't signing no paperwork. That's dead.
I ain't saying we ain't signing no paperwork, but I was talking to a guy, or whatever, one of my guy friends. He got mad at me because I was like,
What?
I want to get married for sure. Give me the ring.
You wanna get
Let's
married.
walk.
I agree.
Let's walk down the aisle.
Okay.
But I'm only signing the papers that say I'm in charge of you and you in charge of me. I'm not signing the papers that say I'm in charge of your restitution or your child
Your baby
support.
mamas.
No. Your baby mamas and your child support gotta be separate.
Not doing that.
Get me the paperwork that makes sense, which is I'm your wife, you're my husband, I'm in charge of you, you're in charge of me. And, whatever we have, we can split together. But no, I'm not paying your child support. No, I'm not paying your restitution.
Yeah.
So, yeah, marriage in the typical sense or this weird government assistance
Things ain't real.
No,
You're not
no.
I ain't hear no prenup.
What about
in
prenup?
there. I ain't hear no prenup.
No
in
prenup.
there.
No prenup.
Did you sign a prenup your first marriage?
I didn't.
I don't believe in prenup.
Because I think that we were equally yoked, so it was really not a big deal. And then I also knew the person I was marrying. He wouldn't have never took anything from me. I don't think so. I don't think he would have ever took anything from me. But now, yeah, I'm probably signing a prenup.
That's crazy.
And you said no.
No prenup. I'm leaving what I came with. You leave what you came
That's
with.
not how it works
But
sometimes.
But whatever we did together is what we did together. When we had contracts for that. Trust me, girl. If I get married and me and my man started business together, we is contracting it up.
I agree with that part.
I don't care if we mad
I'm
in
not
love.
gonna take from
There's a
him.
contract.
Yeah.
I just think that there's paperwork that you can do in the moment
I
that
agree.
can avoid that whole thing at the end. Because a prenup is, a woman leaving with half is saying that she contributed to what you did.
50% of
Nothing
what
was
you did.
nothing was in her name.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? So anything that we do inside of this relationship together, you're gonna pay me for what I do.
I agree.
Put me on your payroll.
Anything we did together, definitely we should. That's an equal matter. Anything I had before I came in, anything you had before you came in is yours, and I'm definitely fine with that. And that's why a lot of times, we in this, we are very attached to the sports industry thing. So when I see these women like walking off with 50% and they ain't
$20,000
been to one practice, they ain't got one talent to play ball, they ain't throw one basketball, they ain't show up for a practice, and you gonna take 50% of somebody's shit.
Okay, but if we have a kid, okay, I get that.
Still not 50%.
No. Oh no, but that's child support. That's different between alimony.
Okay.
Alimony versus child support. That's what the difference we're talking about.
Okay.
If we have a kid together, pay half of our, because I'm putting my kid in private school.
Everything for the
We're
child.
going half on private school.
I'm
We're going half on dental and whatever.
I'm with that.
Expenses for my child for sure.
Absolutely.
And that may be $10,000 a month. And I'm gonna meet you there. I'm gonna try my best.
What about the girl that got mad because she only got $4,000? One of them, Erica Mena.
Erica Mena.
She was.
But Safari didn't really have money.
That's the part that she didn't seem to understand, that everybody from the outside looking in knew that, because Safari was the fallback from Nicki Minaj, right? Okay, so girl, what was you thinking, child?
I feel her a little bit, because maybe $4,000 is maybe her mortgage and stuff like that is really expensive.
Downgrade.
Nah, I'm gonna figure it out.
Okay, do what you want, but I do have a problem. These women be winning 50% of something they have contributed nothing to but time. And I was cheated on. Baby girl, you could have left at any time. Why would you stay through something unless you wanted something out of it other than the relationship? Because if you don't believe in somebody cheating on you, leave.
Yeah, and if let's say I do get married and he be like, okay, I want a prenup. There's an infidelity clause in my prenup. So let's say you are cheating.
Yeah, that's gonna be a problem.
If you are cheating, then I do feel like you owe me a little bit more, or like I should get my way.
Yeah, for
maybe. That's if you want it. That's your decision from the beginning.
I agree with that.
I'm not jumping out there and saying I want a prenup with an infidelity clause. I'm not saying that.
Yeah.
If you want a prenup, don't think you're about to leave me with nothing after you cheated on me and treated me like shit.
Yeah.
No, for sure. Absolutely not.
For sure, I agree with that. And so, that's why the law is so important, and that's why having proper documentation, that's why having representation and having an attorney and somebody to advise you. And I just think we got to stop being so, he don't love me, so he making me sign it. No, girl, this is to protect, and no, God, this is to protect everybody involved. And definitely, if we have children, this is to protect our children. So I think we have to look at everything in that aspect. We're so quick to be like, well, if you love me, you wouldn't ask me to do that.
I don't think it had nothing to do with that at all.
I think it's a
because if you really love me, we ain't gotta sign no papers at all.
I wouldn't do it, child.
Just no papers at all. You wouldn't do it?
I'm not getting married and I own things, homes and cars, and I have a successful business, so we not have something in paper.
Okay.
I'm not doing that.
To protect yourself.
Yeah, I work too hard.
Gotcha.
I work too hard for that shit. Nope, not gonna do it.
And I was thinking very much so heavy on the separate rooms.
Oh. You don't think that's sexy? Having a separate room?
No, you said sexy, Mom. No.
But think about it like this. The situation could be, I get to come over over to yours sometimes. Oh, you get to come over to mine sometimes.
Okay,
and,
okay.
That could arouse something that may be missing in the... Oh, no. You're not feeling that.
Most people don't want that much space.
I think it's nice if you can, if that's what y'all like. Personally, I mean, I don't know, you know, like in our last episode, how our guest was saying that in the past, in the beginning of his relationship, him and his girlfriend would get into an argument, and he would leave the house, and it would leave his girlfriend wondering, oh my God, where did my man go?
Correct.
And so he said now they live comfortably now, where they live in a 5-bedroom house, and it's just the two of them. No kids. And now when they get into an argument, it's he doesn't have to leave the house and try to storm away. Right. They just go to their separate rooms. So I think in a space like that, I think there's nothing wrong with that. I don't think there's anything wrong with having 2 separate rooms. I think y'all should have
an understanding.
Some kind of understanding, because I don't know, personally, it's like when I'm in a relationship, it's my man. I want to be under my man. And so I see where he's coming from. Like when you get in an argument, I don't want to be around you. Get away from me. Go in your room.
But I don't want you to leave. I want you to just go downstairs or something.
So y'all want to make sure that after go on, nobody leaves the house.
So no, what I think is we have our room. This is our room. And we have a guest bedroom where it's like, all right, we have
a man cave. What about
but what about when I want to leave the room? Or is he just leaving the room? He's just getting away.
Yeah, the man cave is 3 floors down.
Okay.
And then you got a woman cave.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. Y'all have y'all room together, and when y'all got y'all need space away from each other, just go to that room. But we have our room together. I don't really want 2 separate rooms, actually. My opinion.
You're still... Right now, you're saying that.
Oh my, you are so torn.
Yeah, what do you think?
Mari is still the puppy. His puppy is nice.
I'm actually down for whatever my man is down for. I'm down for separate rooms because some nights I do want to sleep alone. I'm down for a man cave, a woman cave. You're not leaving this house though. You're not. I have a friend. Her man leaves for 2 days at a time. Well, that ain't gonna never be it.
Like when they argue and stuff?
Yeah.
Nah, that's a little extreme.
What? When I was in high school, I had this guy friend, and he used to vent to me all the time about how his dad would like leave the house for 3 days, like go out of town, like whatever, like just not come home, and his mom would cry at night, and I used to be like, I could never imagine you leaving this house for 3 days, and I don't talk to you. That's wild. So yeah, so what you can do, we can build a man cave 2 floors down. And if you're mad or in your feelings, go to sleep downstairs. But you ain't leaving this building. Period. I don't even think you're wrong with cheat. It's the fact that you would want to leave a building with me. Like, we're together.
Right. I feel you. I definitely feel you on the, like, some nights I want to sleep by myself. But honestly, I think, I don't know if I speak on it, but I definitely do think I want a man that kind of travels and he has his own stuff going on.
Yes.
So I will already have those nights where I can sleep by myself and have peace to myself and do what I need to do.
Absolutely.
And I know people who never go on a trip without their spouse. I don't ever want to be that person.
That ain't happening. That, first of all, everybody, it's important to have your own identity, to have your own space, to have your own friends, and to be able to enjoy those things so that then y'all still have but y'all have these other things that's important. So I'm in agreement with that. Take your boys' trip. I'm going to take my girls' trip. Because somebody was saying something about one of the shows, the guy went to Africa or something without his wife, and he said he just was pretty much he needed a break. He just had to mentally, break down. I'm not an insecure person. So I'm okay with that. I trust you. You get what you need to make you stronger. If that's going to make you come back better for me and for the relationship and for the children or whatever the situation is involved, I'm okay with that. But I'm also down for this whole young Miami Diddy thing too, girl.
You was too old, girl. Bye. Maybe that should have been your honesty.
My age.
Maybe that should have been your honesty. So let's go into your honesty. Honestly, Mark.
I thought you was going to.
Oh, you going to? Go ahead.
Honestly, I think that everything that Young Miami and Diddy have going on, honestly, I think that is healthy. because they're both in agreement of what things are. They clearly have identified things, and at the end of the day, honestly, just be fucking happy. Do what makes you happy. You cannot allow anybody to design your relationship and what you have with somebody. Period.
Okay.
Yeah, I really feel like that. Diddy my age.
Honestly, come correct. Let's be intentional, like, you know, previous episode. But I'm saying, let's be intentional. Honestly, come to me intentional. Tell me what it is that you need from a relationship so that I can tell you what I need from a relationship. And then we can move forward from there, because in all honesty, it's 2023. Every relationship is going to be different. Like, maybe we don't want to sleep in the same bed every night. Maybe we need a house that's big enough for us to separate. You know what I'm saying? Like, honestly, I don't care what people think. Just come to me correct so that we can last a long, long, long time.
Honestly, I love being in a relationship. I'm sorry. Honestly, I'm gonna just be honest. Honestly, I don't like being single. Honestly, I love having someone that I know I can count on all the time in my corner. I love being in a relationship. I don't care how y'all feel about it. And that's just how I feel.
I don't feel any kind of way. At the end of the day, like I said, honestly, I just want you to be happy and whatever works for you. And if that's your personality and who you are at this stage, I'm okay with that. This young Mari.
Young Mari.
I mean, even if you like that 10 years, I don't give a. People care too much about what everybody else is doing. Whatever makes you happy is the most important thing to me. Like, people be like, oh my God, if your son is gay, how would you? As long as my son is happy, thriving, loving, like, don't want to.
People be inserting themselves into people's lives and worry about your own.
Yeah, worry about your own relationship.
But also respect how prior generations were raised.
Girl, we ain't going there. Bye. We have 4 minutes.
That's all I'm saying. Respect how prior
what's after
generations.
Honestly.
Your mama.
What's something that your mama told you that you would have listened to? That you wish you would have listened to?
You know, that's a good one for today. I'm thinking. Honestly, something my mama told me. That's a good one. Wow. Yeah, I'm trying to think. That's a good one. Today.
I know, because you stumped.
I'm stumped a little
That
bit.
is crazy.
I know, right?
I can't think of one because honestly, I think I listen to my mom a lot of the times. And my mom
And you know what? That's what it is.
I listen to a lot of the things that my mom tells me because I know my mom is very smart. She's very intellectual. She's been here for a while. She knows a lot of the things that she normally talks about. So honestly, I don't think I really have one thing that my mom told me because I normally listen to everything that she says.
For real?
Yeah. You listen to is just you take to choose to apply what you want to, even when you know it's the truth.
I listen to you.
Yeah.
A little crazy.
Little crazy. Well, I guess we could. You know, it's all good.
It's not mama, but something that
What is it?
my parents told me that I was able to listen to.
What?
Like my dad, his biggest saying, phrase, whatever is, everyone is to be used, no one is to be misused.
Ooh.
And I literally use that every day of my life. Like, I think I have it saved on my phone as a little reminder, because sometimes I think people get it confused. Like, they think like, oh, this person is using me for this. They don't really love me. They don't really care about me. It's not that. It's everybody plays a different role in your life.
Yeah.
You get what I'm saying? And I've learned to listen to that more.
Yeah.
I didn't listen to it maybe 12 years ago when you started saying it.
Right.
But like nowadays, I listen to it every day because there are people around you that you may not say certain things, that you don't need to say certain things to. But they're there to serve a purpose.
Yeah.
You know?
I think so. And I don't think everything that we've always said is the truth. Because I know one of the things your grandfather told me one time was be with the person who loves you the most, not the person that you love the most. And goddamn, that shit that got me in a lot of shit. Let me just tell you that. Well, anyway, guys, you know, we want to thank you guys for continuing to tune in to our show. Please make sure you go on, subscribe, like, comment. Tell us what you're feeling.
Follow us on Instagram,
Twitter,
Facebook,
TikTok.
Old People Facebook. No, I'm just joking.
Tell us what you like and you don't like, because we really need some feedback.
Yeah, new year, we're kicking off some new stuff. So we want to make sure that you guys are tuned in. And as always, we want to thank you for tuning in to Don't Talk Back
to Your Mama
podcast.